Hey everybody, I hope you're well. The summer seems to have gone. Hopefully it will come back. However, in the meantime, we're going to have a 5 minute overview of Bitdepositary. I'm feeling So we're going to talk about Bitdepositary today. And I suppose the big question first is what is it? Well, they are trying to authenticate that an ICO is trustworthy and is authentic. They'll also have bank-related activities and bank transfers and stock exchange stuff, so they're not just a one-trick pony. And the other thing that really interested me is that they're backed by Salesforce, which is a huge company. I know it operates with other big blue-chip companies, so that really drew me in. So what is the problem that they're trying to solve? Well, the first one is wallets getting hacked. Now, I know from my group alone that someone bought into an ICO and then only days later their wallet got hacked and they lost nearly $5,000 worth of tokens. So this is a huge problem at the moment. The other thing that they're trying to do is obviously identify those scam ICOs. 80% of ICOs are just nonsense, and it's sort of really just putting them through the grinder and just finding out which ones are the good ones and obviously being able to highlight which ones aren't. And the other thing is, because of that, people make bad investment decisions because they're not really sure what ICO, and I've seen this many a time when people come to my group, is that they've invested generally in poor projects, and then they come to the group and then we start to do a whole process, and actually more eyes actually make it a lot easier to spot these scams. So what is the solution that they're putting in place? Well, there's a couple of things. So the first one is focusing on lesser funded industries. So things like communication, finance, trading, they already take the lion's share. There's a big focus on them, but there are a whole bunch of other industries. One that sticks out for me is supply chain. Doesn't really get the I suppose it's not that sexy, but it doesn't really get highlighted that well, but it is really the perfect match for blockchain use, really. So those sort of industries, they will be big in the future, so they're going to get that extra focus. They're obviously going to have their platform where your wallet will be secure and everything will run through the platform. The ICOs will be reviewed through a voting system, and that will be through the community and also experts and investors as well. So there'll be a whole bunch of people feeding into the process, and obviously that you've got your community specialists as well. So overall, we talked about people making bad decisions. They'll be able to make better decisions based on a whole bunch of people's overview rather than maybe just their own and maybe get it wrong, for instance. So how does it work? Well, firstly, if you're holding the Bitdepositary tokens, you now can vote on a project. Now, your vote carries a weighted percentage, and it all depends on three factors. Those three factors are reputation, how much you've invested, and your experience. So someone who is very experienced and invested a shed load and got a good reputation, their weighted percentage will be a lot more and carry a lot more weight than maybe someone who's new to the project. Therefore, the element of experience will really help in this situation in helping people to make a good decision. And that will come to a yes or no decision. So yes, it's great, or no, it's rubbish. So what will happen is it will generate a decision from all of those votes, either yes, this is a great project, or no, this is a scam. However, if it is good, then you will get tokens from that project for participating in the voting process. So let's have a look at the team. So firstly, we have Tobias Graft. He has 6 years experience as a CEO running his own company. His core experience is in the insurance industry. So obviously things like risk is obviously on his radar. And he also has a very successful track record building those businesses, but also being recognised with his partners like AXA, that the performance that he's delivered. And also we've had a lot of interaction with this guy, and he's always open, answering questions and replying really quick. And I love to see that type of behaviour from a CEO. So next on the list we have Karina Graf. Now she has 10 years in the financial services. She's a lecturer in tax law, which is always handy, keep you out of trouble. And she also has the same sort of successful track record in creating sales of growth of over 300%. So these guys together have a really strong track record of really delivering on projects. In terms of the tokenomics, it's really simple. The token is used, one, for voting, and obviously when you vote you also get some of the other project tokens, and also it's used for investing into the ICO projects as well. It's real simple. The more people that get into ICOs, especially like newbies. They're very sort of hesitant now because of all the scams and all the news and all the rest of it. But the more people that get into it, the more people that would trust the system, then again, this token has real potential to generate a lot of value. So in terms of the token sale itself, they have a 1 million soft cap and they have a 50 million hard cap. I think in this market, I think a 50 million hard cap is going to be pretty tough. Generally about 12 to 15 is normally the average that I'm seeing. Their private pre-sale sold out pretty quickly. Their pre-sale is now open and their main sale starts in 17 days. So these guys are featured on the ICO Discount Club website, so please check them out. There's loads of information and some really good videos that you can watch on there about how everything works. They've also got some big ambitions when it comes to exchanges. They want to get on Binance, OKEX, Bitfinex, and also hit BTC. Now I think that's quite ambitious to get on all four, but even if they just get on one of them, I mean, they're off to the races with this project. As always, guys, I really appreciate you tuning in. I hope you enjoyed today's 5-minute video. Please leave some comments and feedback. Also, if you head over to icodiscountclub.com/competitions, you'll be able to enter into our social media draw where you can win some Ethereum. So head over and check that out. As always, guys, really appreciate you tuning in, and I will catch you on the next video.